Let's go. We got Mooseman right here.
Yes, Sway. How you doing, bro? Good to see
Yo,
you.
yo, what's going on, man?
What's popping?
What's the deal? What's going on? We got
Nothing much, bro.
Mooseman. Let the people know. Introduce yourself. You're on the Rap Wars podcast. Let's get this going.
Yeah, shout out to Rap Wars. My name is Mooseman. I'm from Sacramento, California. 916 Mooseman on Instagram. YouTube, Mooseman916. I do cover hip hop podcast. I make YouTube videos. I make music. I do a little bit of everything, I feel like.
All right. So you're pretty diverse with you're into all types of shit, huh?
Yeah. I'm into graphic design. I was like a thumbnail and like timestamp dude. I was making clips for podcasts when I was like getting into the game, and then kind of slowly transitioned myself into like on air kind of talent.
All right. So you pretty much started from the bottom, and then you made your way to the top, type shit.
Yeah, straight up. I was just trying to get in where I fit in. I feel like the best way to like learn is to like fuck with some big dogs and just get in where you fit in, and then you know what I'm saying, make yourself useful to them by doing some type of job that they need done for them, and you could soak up a lot of game and then go from there.
Hey, nah, I'm already knowing, man. Yeah, that's how you. That's how you're supposed to do it. If you're trying to get
Yeah,
into
no,
this
for
game
sure.
and shit, for sure, for sure.
Yeah, definitely helps to have like a kind of
Got to
like
get in where you fit in, type
yeah,
shit.
like kind of like target a larger community that you're kind of interested in and you're kind of a part of already, and kind of try to like turn yourself into like a character in that universe rather than just like a random ass person on the internet type shit.
So kind of.
No, you good, do your thing.
Okay, so you were saying that no jumper turned you into like a whole character, or did you have this whole like
No,
characteristic
it's
thing
not like
before
you
that?
don't gotta be like a character or like not like yourself. I just mean in terms of like the viewership, like you want to like kind of stand out from other people and kind of become a character rather than just like a random viewer. You know what I'm saying? Like become a character in that universe.
Yeah, most def. So how did you like end up like finding your own persona? Was this like long way before no jumper, or like when was that?
Yeah. I would say I've always kind of been the way I am right now. Like I've always been kind of opinionated and like to talk and like to have good conversations and not be scared of like challenging conversation and debate type stuff. So I've been that way since probably like high school for real. And so I've been this way. It's just now I'm on camera in front of a lot more people and stuff.
Hey, yeah, that's fire right there. And I see you got the whole suit and tie on and everything. Like you came in with like some
Yeah,
professional
bro.
type
I'm
shit.
starting my presidential run early. You know what I'm saying? I'm bringing debates to no jumper. I'm bringing politics to no jumper. So I had to show up and bring the right, you know what I'm saying, fit and come
Yeah.
correct. And my boy, you know what I'm saying? You got a good platform. I seen you got a lot of good interviews, a lot of big people. So I'm
Oh
honored to be
yeah.
here. So I had to show you respect, man, showing up in the suit and tie.
Yeah, that's all love right there for sure.
Hey, but
Now
just
I
to be
was
transparent, bro, just to be transparent, I got shorts on under, no cap in the slides, gang. You know what I'm
hey
saying?
look,
But fuck it. The
look,
people only gonna see
all
the
we could
top
see is the
half, man.
suit. All we could see is the suit, so we're like, oh shit, this was like all
Oh
professional and
God, this
shit.
is this is my TikTok debate fit. They don't see the bottom half, so we good.
Hey, that's cool. I was thinking that you were Bo Jackman for a second and shit.
Yeah, on
You
God,
dressing in
yeah,
the
I might be
suits and
jacking his
shit.
swag. He ain't put the suit on in a minute though, so I might take over.
Yeah, hey, whatever works for sure. How did you get the name Moose Man?
I've always been named Moose. My big brother just gave me that name. I was always like a big kid. I was like, you know, saying I was like 5'10" in the fifth grade. I was, you know, saying 170 pounds. So I always just been a bigger dude. So my big brother called me Moose, and from there it transformed. I had a couple rap names. I was Moose this, Moose.
Hmm. All right,
I
all right.
ended up, my bad. I got a call.
Oh no, you're good. You're good
Tell me when I'm back.
for sure.
Yo, why is this frozen now? Hold up.
Shout out to everyone in the chat too. What you guys saying in here? Do I play Roblox? Nah, I don't really fuck with that shit.
Is
And
my
then
cam frozen on your end too? I don't know how to reset this shit. How do we do this? Okay, there we go.
you know
Damn.
Mexican OT. Yeah, I fucks with them from all the way in Texas and shit. Shout out to him.
Yes, sir. I ain't never played Roblox either. I'm too old for that shit. I'm not gonna
Yeah.
lie. All my nieces
The
and
only
nephews for
game that
sure
I've
on.
been on is that fucking what is that shit called? Fuck. It's like they be falling out the sky and shit in a school bus.
Oh, Fortnite, bro. Come on now. You on
Yeah,
that
yeah, yeah,
Fort? Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, we might
yeah.
have to run one of these days.
Most definitely, we gonna have to get that. All right. What state were you born in?
I was born in California. I was born in LA. I was born at the UCLA Medical Center. My dad is grew up in Pacoima for like, what I'm saying, his childhood before my grandma and grandpa moved to Sacramento. So yeah, I was born in LA, but I quickly moved to Sacramento with my family. They wasn't trying to raise me and my sisters in LA. They thought it was too, activa. So we moved to Sacramento, and I've been here, pretty much my whole life.
All right, all right. And like, how is it like just from LA to moving to Sacramento? Like, what were like the major differences, like music wise and all that?
Yeah, definitely just the culture, the vibe is different. You know what I'm saying? Like the obviously Sacramento is more kind of Bay Area culture influence, and then LA is its own type of thing. But like every year, every other year, we our family reunions in LA. So I was going down there as a kid and back to Sacramento. So I feel like I got a good balance. I'm a Lakers fan. I'm a Dodgers fan. So I got a
Yeah.
lot of LA
Shout
influence that
out
I took
Lakers.
back with me. Yes, sir. Shout out to Lakers.
Yeah, most definitely. All right. And do you feel like they had like different environments, like just growing up? Do you feel like more was like more treacherous than the other, like compared to LA, or do you feel like both are?
I wasn't when I was in LA. It was more like kind of family, like positive vibe, and then in Sac is more like when I live kind of more in the trenches and shit. So I couldn't make the call in terms of like how LA is compared to Sacramento, but I just know that Sacramento is definitely not a game that you want to play and be in the politics with for sure. A lot of people die out here every year for sure over that street shit.
Yeah, it's sad. That's just what it is and shit. There's like no
Yeah,
way
that's
around it unless you're not part of that whole gang politics or anything, and you're just like doing your own shit. Like then
Yeah,
yeah,
but even then, it's like something. Just if you live in the hood and you outside, you don't got to even be in a gang. You might get caught in crossfire. You might get mistaken identity. There's so many things that can happen, bro. That's
yeah,
just
like
like
just
ripple
the people you
effects.
hang around with too. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I'm feeling it.
Your homie bangs, but you don't bang. They don't give a fuck if you know what I'm saying. You
They
don't
see you
bang.
with them, they think you
Yeah,
bang
it's
too.
over with. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's over with.
Hey, I think your screen went black on us or some shit.
Oh shit! What the hell? It's
Try to
still
get that
black.
back on.
Hold on, let
Yeah,
me
it's
see.
still black.
Can I like exit and join back in?
Yeah, 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 most def.
Okay, okay. Let me do that.
All right, what are the people saying here? He looked like his brother. Now I don't even know who's his brother, but we'll definitely get into that. Uh, all right, let's go. All right, yeah, yeah, we back, we
All right, my
back.
bad. Yeah, just let me know if it does that again. I just got a call and I think that's why I cut it off. But just let
Yeah,
me know if it
yeah,
does work.
I'm already knowing. In the chat, they're saying that he looks like his brother. You got a brother too?
No, they saying I look like Mexican OT, brother. Before I had a mullet before. I just got the curly hair now, but I had a mullet, bro. I used to get Mexican OT every day. When I go in public, go to the mall, they like, yo, Mexican OT. I cut that shit off,
Just
trying to duck
clowning,
the
huh?
next. Yeah, just that shit got so annoying. Motherfuckers thinking I'm gonna laugh with them and be like, oh, like that's the first time I heard that. Like, no, I've heard that like 10 times today, bro. That
You're just
shit's
like,
annoying,
fuck, I'm
honestly.
ready to take off on some food.
Oh God, I'm like, bro, that's just not funny. Like, haha, yeah, all right, bye. But I cut the mullet off, and now I get OGZ. You know what I'm saying? I throw the hat on,
Oh shit!
and
Now they're
motherfuckers hit
fucking
me with the.
trying to put
Yeah.
another
So it's
rapper
like
on you.
I can't beat them. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
fuck it. I'm gonna just be me.
Nah. Hey, that shit funny right there. All right. And how was like the feeling when you first got on No Jumper News?
I would say it felt good for sure. I was more nervous at the host competition since I was like my first time being on camera at No Jumper, and like the stakes was a lot higher. So No Jumper News was like more chill. I do feel like I wish I had more kind of like controversial kind of cast. Like the cast that I was on with was more chill and laid back. And I'm more like having like kind of I fucked with that. That was cool. I had a great time. But like I think content wise, what I'm trying to bring is more like kind of like conflict, having debate, you know what I'm saying, disagreeing over things. And when we were all like just agreeing on everything because it was cool. So that's the
So,
only thing I say.
if you were on that podcast with Bo Jackman and what was the name?
Hellcat,
Hellcat.
Hellcat.
Do you feel
Yeah,
like you would have had
Hellcat.
like some part in it?
I would have definitely like not had any, obviously any physical part in it. I'm all against like violence or people trying to press each other and push up on each other because we having a podcast disagreement and it's getting heated. But I would definitely be there to check the racist stuff and just like try to keep that out. Like we could
Yeah,
roast each other, we could get at each other foul, we could say the worst shit, but you could just leave the race stuff out because then you just include a whole group of people along with your insult and you
yeah,
don't need to
yeah,
do
yeah.
that. That's all it is. It's
And
just
it just
simple.
causes a whole racial problem and everything,
Yeah, it's just so unnecessary, and
trying
it's
to
and with
divide
the
them and everything. Yeah,
yeah, with 5 million subscribers, you just can't set a precedent where that type of behavior is acceptable when you got that many people tuning in and like young impressionable kids that might think that's cool because she's on that. You know what I'm saying? You never
yeah. And
know.
isn't No Jumper like their most viewers are Mexican?
Yeah, I would assume so because it's West Coast. It's mostly about rap and hip hop. If you go to any show in California, the majority of people that are going to hip hop shows, all them crowds is Mexican. You know what I'm saying? Like 80% of the crowd. So it's like we're the ones who fuel a lot of this. You know what I'm saying, economy of rap and hip hop and all that stuff. So we gotta say, you know what I'm saying, we have every right to speak up for ourselves for sure.
Yeah. And who do you think was in the right in this situation?
I think Bo Jackman was super in the right. I think he got way too much flack for my liking. Like they was trying to treat him like just because he said, "Oh, what if I said chicken and this or watermelon or you know what I'm saying?" That's not the same as like saying something to the person, meaning it, saying I'm gonna call ice on you. Like she said, "How
Yeah,
is
that
that
was
racist?"
wild.
So he responded to say, "This is how it's racist because if I said this, that." Hold up, bro. My bad. I got another call. Let me leave and come back so the camera fixes.
Okay, all right, for sure. Yep. So yeah, God bless to all of y'all too. You already know. Yep. Shout out to everyone in the chat too. Make sure y'all tap into the Young Ant Hefe interview. This was before he got onto No Jumper, so you already know he was coming. He's coming with some shit that you haven't even heard about. All right.
Bro, I just had to tell AS to stop fucking calling me so that won't happen again. My fault.
Oh no, no, you're good. You're good. All
No,
right.
but we was
So
just talking about the Bo Jackman. I just felt like they was going in way too hard on Bo Jackman when at the end of the day, the stuff he said was like level one racism. What she was saying was like level five. And to act like there's not a difference is like kind of disingenuous to me. I
do you
feel like
feel like
it's
what he said about her not being able to have a kid because I guess now she has a dick or some shit? Um, so how do you feel about that? Do you feel like she still shouldn't have taken it that far?
Yeah, because it's just like there's no excuse for racism. If it was, you know what I'm saying, a white dude and almighty suspect, and the white dude starts saying like the hard R or a bunch of racist, like, BLM jokes, George Floyd jokes, we wouldn't be like, oh, you know what I'm saying, he said something about, you know what I'm saying, the dude not be able to produce children. Like, it's just not an excuse, bro. And, until he goes racist, and even then, it's like, if someone says something racist to me, I'm not just gonna go after their race either. You know what I'm saying? So it's just like there's no excuse. It's just
Yeah,
that's it.
like you don't even need to like bring that shit up.
Yeah, literally.
Yeah, nah, I'm feeling that for sure. Um, yeah, were you nervous like at all, like the first time going up there though, like just to
I
perform on
was
the
super
news?
nervous for sure. Yeah, because I'm just like, because you seem like you chill. Like you seem like if you go into like a crowd of people or like a party, maybe you're not gonna be like trying to get all the attention and like try to be the life of the party. Talk to hella
Yeah,
random
just kick
people.
back.
Yeah, you kick back. So that like when I go show up as 60 other creators trying to win this job, they're all in character. They're like super trying to grab the camera. So I'm like, I'm just gonna, play my part. You know what I'm saying? When I get my chance to speak, I'm gonna do it up, and that's what I did, and I definitely made my mark. So I was nervous, but I was very prepared. I felt like so that kind of like carried me through the nerves.
Okay, so this was before the No Jumper News when you first auditioned.
Yeah, yeah, that's when I'm at the host competition is when there was I competed against 60 other people. I ended up getting fourth, so I made it top five.
Mm. All right, and you had a couple takes up there too. You said that Mexican rappers should stop using the N word, and that like even if they're like big superstars and shit, because that shit doesn't even help them at all. Like it just downs their fan base. Do you feel like it's cringe or like elaborate more on that?
Yeah, yeah. To me, it's like because a lot of people in the comments thought I was trying to be like, oh, no Mexican should ever say the N word. Like that's not my battle that I'm trying to fight. I'm not black, so I don't really care who uses that word. You know what I'm saying? Just in general, I'm from Northern California. Asian people say it, Mexicans say it, everybody says it. You know what I'm saying? So that's not what I'm pushing. I'm just saying from a marketability standpoint, if I want to see OGZ be as big as Kendrick, I want to see a Mexican OT be as big as J. Cole. Like, you know what I'm saying? I want to see the ceiling raised on Mexican rap. Because right now it's like we can't even get somebody over 10 million monthly listeners. Somebody that's like fringe mainstream, let's say Yeet. Doing like 14 million monthly listeners. And it's like
Yeah.
he's not as
Oh my
culturally
god.
impactful as our guys. You know what I'm saying? Like our guys is hotter, you know what I'm saying? But it's just like he has a broader audience, and I feel like just one of the things, it's not the only reason, but just one of the things is that people in Mississippi, black people, you know what I'm saying, all over the country that's not Texas, California, or New York, don't like non-black people saying the N-word, and they might turn that shit off if they hear it. And removing one word is not going to kill your music. You make the same music and get a way bigger fan base. That's what
Right.
I think.
Hey, nah, that's true right there. Yeah. So in general, you're feeling like if they stop using the N word, they would have bigger success.
Yeah, I think it will just elevate us to a place and kind of carve out a lane for like, oh, look at all these poppin' Mexican rappers and none of them say the N word. Like, you know what I'm saying? It kind of makes it so it's not like we're trying to super take black culture, but kind of make our own space in hip hop, you know what I'm saying? And have our own type of vibe, our own like new era of like kind of Chicano rap, but that's not super like essayed out or super like, you know what I'm saying? Like super old school. You feel me? It's just got new school vibe to it now.
Mm. Hey, no, most def. You also dropped like some visuals to a track. What was the track?
It was probably For the Pain. It was like kind of the mic check video, and then the other one was
Yeah, there
Joe
was a
Rogan.
mic check video, and then
Yeah,
you
yeah, the
also
mic
did a.
check.
Yeah, let's talk about the mic check video.
Yeah, that's like my most like probably popular video I ever put out. I made music. I probably dropped my first song in like 2012 on Dat Piff, bro. So I was doing it for a long time since I was like in high school. And then I kept doing it up until I was going hard until like probably around COVID. And even in like 2022, I was still hopping on people's tours. I went on tour with D Savage and Babytron.
Fire, fire.
Yeah, around that time. So, but now it's just like I just find more success in talking on camera and podcasting than I did with music. And anyone that makes music knows it's expensive. You got to pay for, you know what I'm saying, to travel. You got to pay for beats. You got to pay for studio time. You got to pay for a video man. And if it's not generating a ton of money, it's kind of, you know what I'm saying, start sucking up all your funds.
Yeah, yeah, most def. And like, so this came out of all of your pocket. Like, you
Yeah,
invested
yeah.
it,
Yeah, it
invested
was
in
always
everything.
independent. Oh, it was never no label shit. But yeah, the For the Pain was my mic check. It kind of, you know what I'm saying? It did well on YouTube, did well on Instagram. It did pretty good on TikTok. And that kind of is definitely my biggest song probably I've ever dropped. Just
That's great.
Ralphie reacted to it. A bunch of people reacted to it and gave me good feedback. So I definitely am proud of that one.
And nah, that's great right there. Where did this take place, and how was that
Uh,
feeling?
the video shoot,
Yeah, where did
you
that
asking?
take place?
That was like somewhere in the Bay. It might have been Vallejo. It was my homie's videographer that he was working with. He was this Indian dude. But I could always kind of tell that he fooled with my homie more than he fooled with me. And yeah, I feel like I was kind of felt like he didn't think that my shit was gonna be hot. You know what I'm saying? And my shit ended up being one of the hottest videos he's ever shot. So he took a long time to edit it. He took a long time to post it, and the whole thing was that he was supposed to post it on his YouTube. But he took like he said, I'll have it done in like 2 to 3 weeks, bro. It was like 3 months later he dropped it with no promo on his YouTube. So I was like, oh, hell no. So I ripped the video, uploaded it to all my platforms, and it went up. And I was like, yeah, fuck him, bro. I'm not chirping. But shout out to bro for shooting it. But he was tweaking.
Yeah, most def. Sounded like it. All right, let's get to your like early life. Like, where'd you grow up? Like, how was your household like and everything?
I grew up. I had two parents up until I was probably like 5 years old. Kind of like I would say up until then we were probably middle classish. My parents had some cool jobs, but when I was around five, they divorced. Both my parents was battled like alcohol addiction and they own little problems. So around that time, I went and lived with my mom, and then I would go see my dad sometimes. And as soon as they split, pretty much, my mom moved to the hood. We lived in Meadowview, which a lot of people in Sac know. And I stayed there until I was around like in middle school, and then yeah, so it was just kind of hectic. Both of my parents was kind of like I wouldn't say they wasn't abusive. I didn't get beat on or none of that. It was just more they wasn't like present. Like I would go outside and it was just I could rock out all day long until it was time to like the street lights came on type shit. So it was more just like no supervision over the like, you know what I'm saying, and no money, no, you know what I'm saying, nothing to eat type shit, rather
Yeah.
than like them being super violent or nothing like that.
So, would you say that you had to struggle like growing up?
Yeah, I would say it was a struggle, but like I always had like my grandparents from Mexico and then my mom's parents, you know what I'm saying? That I could always kind of go to my grandma's house, either one of them, and get a meal, you know what I'm saying, that they cook. They would make sure I'm good, have somewhere to sleep, you know what I'm saying, take me to school if my parents couldn't take me. So I always had a good support system, but it wasn't like we was all rich or nothing, you know what I'm saying? But I never felt like sad that I didn't have money. It was just all the homies didn't have no money, everybody's family was low key struggling, so it was just regular. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't too bad. We had fun.
Yeah, most def.
Just made the
All right.
best of it type shit.
Yeah, no, most definitely. Okay, so just growing up, you were pretty much able to roam freely, do what you want to do.
Yeah. But I played a lot of sports too. So like I played sports pretty much year long. I played like baseball, basketball, and football from the time I was like 6 till I was 18. Not all the sports, but I played sports up until then. So that kind of kept me like out of like I feel like that saved me from being in gang shit and super politics street shit. Is that I would be at practice half the evening, you know what I'm saying, then come home and be outside. So I feel like that saved me for sure too.
Mm. All right, and then to get into like the sports and everything, you had to have good grades, so you were pretty much like good in school. Uh, did weren't really
Nah,
fucking up and all.
honestly, nah, I sucked at school, and I'm not gonna lie, bro. I never had good grades. I could probably get like C's and D's, but like other than maybe like 1 year in high school, I did cool. I had like barely a 2.0, so I was just had good enough grades to play sports. That's all I cared about. After that, I'm not tripping, bro. So I sucked at school for sure.
So, like, at what point, like, did you transition to like just like being like a, I wouldn't say fuck up, but just like doing your own shit, not giving a shit.
Yeah, I would say it was like my freshman year because I was living with my mom. She was just turned up. She'd just be passed out half the time. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to my mom. Both of my parents are sober now, so I don't want to smut them because they both like real good people now and way reformed and all that.
Yeah,
But
on the
back then, she was
recovery.
definitely turned up. So it was just, I was at home. I started smoking weed. I started, you know what I'm saying, getting into the little drugs, popping pills here and there. And then I was still playing sports and keeping my grades just good enough, but I was definitely outside with the homies too.
Okay, and what age was this when you started like jumping off the porch?
Probably like 14. I was probably like 14 or around that time for sure.
All right, all right. And was there any like serious trouble you got into, like just being in the streets, or were you the one that
Now,
never
most
got
of
caught
it,
up?
Yeah, most of it I was like, because I didn't do nothing crazy. I sell like some weed here and there. I'm catching fades, you know what I'm saying, sometimes, but I wasn't like trying to ride around with pistols or do nothing like I couldn't even afford a gun, you know what I'm saying? I didn't even have enough bread to get a gun. So
Yeah, I
it
feel
was
that.
more just like little petty, just hood shit type shit. We wasn't like trying to like, flock houses or nothing. I was like too spooked for that because I was hella scared to go to jail or just dying, bro. I seen people dying when we were young. Like I was just trying to stay out of jail, stay alive because I felt like, you know what I'm saying, I had a good head on my shoulders and I could offer something to the world. And I feel like I've
Yeah,
always felt like that from a young age. So I was just always just like, don't fucking crash out and die or go to jail, bro, and you're gonna be good.
yeah, you were like one of the smart ones and shit. Like
Yeah, yeah, for
for
sure.
sure. Like you already knew like the consequences, because at a young age you know the consequences, but you don't fully know until you
Exactly.
hit that cell and you're like, oh shit,
No
like I'm
cap. Then
fucked.
it gets real, real. Yeah, for
Yeah.
real.
So you never went to jail or any of that.
Nah, I've been like put in cuffs. I've been pulled over, yanked out my car, put in the back of the car. But usually, you know what I'm saying, I got, you know what I'm saying, a lawyer in my family that's always advised us how to speak to cops, how to interact with them. So
All right.
I've
So
never
you were
done
pretty
nothing.
much
They've never
trained.
found nothing. And if they did find something, I fought it in court and, you know what I'm saying, beat it. So,
Hey, look, you had the team already. You had your whole
on
legal
God,
team,
on
everything, huh?
God, I'm invoking my Fifth Amendment right to remain silent, and I will not talk to nobody until I talk to my lawyer. Just say that when if the police push up on you trying to accuse you of something, man.
Yep, yep. You gotta know the fucking laws and everything for sure.
Yeah, because they'll try to play you out your position and stick you in that cell for something you
Yeah,
might have not even did, or they obtained the shit that they prosecuting you with illegally, and you could beat that shit. So call a lawyer, man. Ask for a lawyer. Don't start talking in that room.
yep. Hey, that's real. That's real right there for sure. Uh, why did you start podcasting?
Cause I've just been a fan of it. I probably the first podcast I probably ever watched was like Joe Rogan and Joe Budden, because them is just like OGs, like 2015, 2016-ish. They were on that. So I tuned into them. Obviously, Jumper was popping up with the interviews, and I was just, I like interviews. I like artist interviews. I like hip hop media type stuff just in general. I'm always kind of in tune in what's going on with like current topics in hip hop or just in general pop culture. So I just
So
felt
you're
like I
pretty
had
much like a
an
nerd to this
interest in
shit,
it. Yeah, yeah, for sure.
right? At what age was this? Was this like popping off when you were in school still, just
Shit, if
doing
that's 20, like
podcasting?
15, 2016, I was probably like 20. So like yeah, yeah, it was around there. I was going on tours with people with some of my homies. We was hopping on tours and like opening up for people trying to gain fans. Like we was working with the Suicide Boys and like Puya and Fat Nick and kind of that like
All
era
right. So you
type
were on
shit.
your music shit before you transitioned to podcasting.
Exactly. Yeah, yeah. I always
All
felt
right.
like, you know what I'm saying? I love music. I love making music. I feel like I make good music. I feel like I could rap good, but like what was I about to say? I just felt like I was gonna use music as like a car to drive me places. Like, you know what I'm saying? I could
Mm.
get on a tour, I can meet this artist, I can meet their manager, and maybe, you know what I'm saying, I can make a connection from there. Or I meet this booking agent, I can make this connection from there. So it was like, wasn't so much I thought I was gonna be the next Drake or Kendrick, but more that I felt like I had a good thing going that I could use to put me in places that I wouldn't have gotten
You were thinking like
otherwise.
business wise and shit.
Exactly. I started thinking like, okay, I see there's not a lot of money that personally I can make because it's just not getting there. So let me start pivoting, but still using this as like a tool and not just abandon it and just be like start from scratch. You know what I'm saying?
Mm. Yeah. And let's talk about when you were working with the Suicide Boys. Like, how was that?
Yeah, so my homie, I was in a rap group with like all of high school pretty much. He moved to Long Beach once we graduated, and he started doing shows with like opening up like locally around LA and shit with Puya. He somehow got linked up and started opening up for Puya. Then they started opening up for Puya and Fat Nick, and then they kind of started having that boom around that time too, where they blew up.
The
And we kind of
2016, 2017.
exactly, yeah, 26. So that was 2015, but by the time we got to 2016. We was kind of like plugged in with Puya. Puya's brother was managing the Suicide Boys, Andrew. He fucked with us. He felt like we got good energy at the shows we were performing at and turning it up like they do, kind of getting the mosh pit vibes, all that type of shit. So They invited us, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, we had to pay. You got to pay to play sometimes. So we paid some bread. They
Yeah,
definitely
most
gave us
definitely.
a good discount, but they let us go on 20 cities, the whole tour, Eternal Grey tour. I
Oh
did every
shit! So
single
this was like
city.
a whole big ass fucking tour.
Yeah. It took like a month, over a month to complete. And I quit my job. I had saved up some bread. I was making $10 an hour at some kitchen. You know what I'm saying? Saved up every cent of my paychecks for months. Quit that motherfucker and went on tour and never looked back type shit.
That's how you got to do it for sure.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. I definitely
to
took a
get your
leap of
name out
faith
there.
type
Yeah.
shit. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. What? All right. All right. And like, what were like some like memorial like experience you had with them? Like something that you remember doing with them.
I would just say that like we had met rappers before and they were kind of like assholes and kind of arrogant and kind of like full of themselves, like the clout got to their heads. So I was kind of like expecting that, you know what I'm saying, to a degree. But you know what I'm saying, the Suicide Boys and all they homies, Shakewell, Ramirez, Germ, all the people that was on that tour was all super chill, super down to earth, hella cool, you know what I'm saying, would just give us hella game about your rap game and how to make money and they was telling us we got to get our aesthetic down and kind of get our niche type shit how they did. So they was super cool. Memorable, I would say, is there was a fade in Albuquerque, New Mexico, right outside the show, and bro got knocked out cold. We had that on video. That was super lit. You know what I'm saying?
Oh
Everybody
shit!
outside
So it was
politicking.
out someone outside of the cast.
No, it wasn't nobody like a part of the tour. We just came outside and they started beefing. They was beefing with the security guards, and dude was trying to like fire on security guards. They was playing it cool, but I guess one of the security guards had a homie at the show. He ran up and ran the fade and knocked bro clean out.
That one.
And it was just yeah, it was like some
That
post
one
show
knockout
entertainment
punch.
shit. Yes,
Hey,
yes, that. I'm trying to think of some other shit, and I performed at the Novo on that tour in L.A. And some of the people in the crowd were hating and throwing shit at the homie because the homie was like tall, skinny, black with dreads.
they weren't
And if
fucking with him.
people, yeah, if people know there's a dude named Germ, a part of G59 Suicide Boys and all
Yeah, I
them,
heard of him.
and he's tall, skinny, black with dreads. So they was like, "Oh, you fake ass Germ!" Like I seen the fool in the crowd saying that, and he threw some at the homie because like my homie would come out first. Then he would do like a song. Then my song that I'm on with him would start playing, and then I would run out, like bring the energy back up, like new character unlock type shit
Yeah,
and
yeah.
run out. So I'm peeping, bro, in the crowd. And then I see somebody up top throw something too. And I'm like, okay, I'm peeping all this. So by the time I come out, I got a bunch of water bottles. And I just see, bro, and I just throw it and it smacks him in the face hella hard. Bam, full water bottle. And
Straight
then I look
chuck
up.
that shit.
Yes, I was throwing bitches like pitches. So I look up and I'm looking up into the little upper deck at the Novo and it's bright ass light. So I can't really see the people. I just see like they silhouette. I just throw another water bottle and I guess I hit some like kid that was like 16 in the crowd and they
That
try to
shit
press
got
charges
smacked.
on me, bro. The police came and got me like in the little tunnel at the Novo. No cap.
Oh shit! All bad for real. Did they try
Yeah,
to charge
so
you or anything? Or
yeah, so his parents, I guess, was there because he was underage, and they was like, "Listen, like, we don't want to press charges, but like, you know what I'm saying, we are trying to like meet the Suicide Boys or something." And their
yeah,
manager came out and like politicked with them and brought the kid back because they was like, "Listen, you know what I'm saying, if you could plug us," and he let them meet the Suicide Boys, free meet and greet. So technically, I plugged the kid. He just had like a black eye from the water bottle for
that's
sure.
crazy. He's like, man, all I wanted to do was meet the Suicide Boys.
Yeah, yeah, but he didn't have a meet and greet, so he wouldn't have even met him if I didn't smack him in the face with a water bottle. So it was like
Hey,
a, you know what I'm saying, win lose, you know what I'm saying?
yeah, it still made his day.
Yeah, on God.
Yeah, hey, that shit's funny right there for sure.
But yeah, I got a million stories, bro. We was in a roach tail in Austin, Texas. We was in the motel. Roaches started crawling out the microwave, crawling out from under the bed. It was crazy,
Damn,
bro.
you were at
So
one of those janky motels and shit.
janky. It was like a Motel 6, but like super janky, bro. And the Indian people wasn't trying to give us our money back. We had to start flashing on them. And bro, it was crazy.
Fuck, yeah,
Definitely an
that's all bad.
experience.
Hey, but that's how you foods like lived right like at that time, right? You would just
Yeah, we
like
was thugging it.
yeah.
Thugging it for sure.
Nah, I'm feeling that. Like, how do you make yourself stand out as a podcaster, like compared to other podcasters?
I think the thing that sets me apart the most is just like the amount of things that I could speak on. I feel like I'm one of the most dynamic podcasters out. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I could speak on politics, hip hop, underground hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Sports. You know what I'm saying? Movies, just like pop culture, current events. And I could kind of like tie them all together however you want. So I just feel like just being dynamic, be able to speak on things, and then just being aware of like podcast ethics, not talking over people, not trying to be the star of the show the whole time, letting people speak, listening to them, then responding. I feel like I'm just a good conversationalist and I can speak on a lot of things and I'm knowledgeable about a lot of things.
Yeah, like that one mic type shit. I be hearing that shit a lot on podcasters. They just be going back and forth, not letting the other like podcasters speak type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you trying to keep it
Yeah, because it's
professional.
not too bad when you watch them, but like, because I usually watch podcasts. If I'm a listen to a pod, I'm watching the video. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of people that just listen to the audio. So when it's like that, the audio sounds crazy. You know what I'm saying? You don't even know what's going on. So
Yeah,
I
like
understand why they be tripping. Yeah.
that should be all over the place.
Oh God.
Yeah. All right. What are like your best marketing strategies when you do put out content, like music or even podcasts?
I would just say like the thing that I've learned the most is just try to make sure your content's like high quality so it will catch people's eyes. Or if it's like a video, you got to have like some type of hook in the first like 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Something that, your first bar of your song has got to be like something like funny, something controversial, something shocking, something that would be like, okay, this might be interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think For the Pain, it's like, I don't need the money need me. And then that was like what everybody used to come up to me and say. So it was like my plan worked. Like, I thought of that, like, you know what I'm saying? My first
Something
line, I don't need
catchy.
the money, you know what I'm saying? That was like my quotable type shit.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So
So I always
everyone
try to
started
like make
using it.
something where it's just like it won't blend in with everybody else's shit. It was something, anything you could think of that would be like, what will make this just like kind of weird or more interesting? You feel me? And then that's what I try to do.
Yeah, you gotta like think out of the box sometimes for sure.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. All right. And what age did you start like creating music?
I would say like I remember listening to like Eminem songs and like rewriting Eminem like songs with my own lyrics and shit
That's
like
Slim
that. So
Shady, LP.
yeah, some Slim Shady. It was like it went like I love Tupac to Eminem, then 50 was my favorite rapper. It was like them in a row type shit. So I was like rewriting, writing to their instrumentals, all that type of shit. But in terms of like dropping a song, it was probably like 2011, 2012 when I was like a sophomore, junior in high school, and I was with the homies who were dropping music and like knew about music a little more. So
Hmm.
they helped me get on DatPiff, get on all the old sites, you know what I'm saying, and upload my shit.
All right, all right. So you would compare yourself to Eminem, like the type of music you make, or
No, no. I like all Eminem, but Eminem, I've never tried to like rap like Eminem. It was more just like I like how he had like concepts to his song. You know what I'm saying? He would
because he
always
would be
kind of have
saying
like
some
a
crazy shit for
yeah. He
sure.
said like I can't do like I don't hate my mom. I don't want to kill my mom or nothing like Eminem be talking. But just in terms of like the production value, his music videos were always kind of bigger than life. They would be kind of like a movie. Like that's kind of more what I took from him type shit. Like
Yeah, every
I would
time he
say I was trying
drops.
to like in terms of trying to be like somebody, I would say I was trying to be more like Tupac and 50 than I was trying to be like Eminem type shit for
All
sure.
right, all right. So you first started putting out like that gangster rap and shit.
Yeah, I was definitely on that because it's like that's how I dressed. I was rocking Rockaware, Echo, you know what I'm saying, Fubu, you know what I'm saying, all that shit. Everything you could think of, I was on it.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Hey, shit. So you already had. I was gonna ask you about your just like who inspired you to like dress the way you dress now and shit. Like I'd be seeing you like drip down and shit.
Yeah, I'll be trying, bro. I definitely try. That's definitely like something. I feel like I've always cared about my clothes because, like I said, I've always been like a bigger dude. And two things as a big dude, once you become an experienced big dude, you know what I'm saying? You can't be dusty and you can't stink. You know what I'm saying? You gotta smell good and you gotta be fly. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't got a six pack, but I'm still fucking with the hoes because I dress fly and I smell good. You feel me? So
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
always been my motto. I got two older sisters. And they've always put me on game in terms of make sure your ass wear deodorant, wash your ass, put on cologne, you know what I'm saying? From a time when
yeah,
I'm a little boy, you feel me? Type shit.
yeah. They were on you and shit.
Yes,
Yeah,
on God, because girls is like way more on top of that than like a teenage boy, you feel me? So they put me on game with everything pretty much.
yeah. That's right. That's right. For sure. What does success look like you? Like just being on a podcast. Like how does that look? Like what do you want from it?
Like ideal type of success, you say
Yeah.
type shit? Okay. I would say, like, honestly, just like having a sizable audience that tunes into me every time I go live or I drop a podcast. I'm able to take care of my family. I don't need to be super rich. I just want to make a good living off of this shit and do it full time. That's success to me. Like I don't gotta be Aiden Ross. I don't gotta be Kai Cenat. As long as I'm living comfortably, I could buy clothes, I could get a new whip, I could buy mom's a house, I could do that. And I got an audience that's really tuned in and fans of me and my content, not because it's messy or bullshit, but because it's quality content. That's success to me for sure.
Mm. Yeah. You don't want like you're not. You don't really care about like the fucking extra like fame and shit.
Yeah.
The multi-million dollars and shit. You're like, if I could live comfortably, that's cool for me. You know.
Yeah, that's cool. Cause once you get too big, it's like that starts to suck. You can't go to the grocery store without some security. You can't go out
Oh
without
yeah.
people swarming you. It's like at some point, it's like you start to see the negative effects. It's not just money and fame is and glamour type shit. You feel me? I'm
Yeah.
trying to.
Even now, do you have like fans like just pulling up on you like every time you're outside or some shit?
No, no, definitely not. Like I feel like there's a big mall in Sac, Arden Mall. That's probably the most likely place that anybody will like that watches No Jumper might see me type shit. But it's only been like a couple times. I gotta keep going up, get my subs up, get my content up. But I got plans for all that for sure. So, but right now I'm gonna just enjoy being like regular. You feel me? Because I like it still. You feel me? I'm not. I don't need to be famous right now.
Yeah. Hey. Nah. Most deaf. You also got a song. What was that song called? Hold on. Hold on. Hold on.
So good. I think the other video I got, I think that's on my YouTube is Joe Rogan.
Oh
But
yeah,
then I
Joe
got like,
Rogan. That's the song.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I
That
was gonna
that was
ask you.
definitely a song I like believed in, so I definitely pushed. But also, is like had already started slowing down on the music, so that was like my last video that I had really shot and was like putting effort into before I start pivoting into like streaming and shit like that. You feel me?
Mm. All right.
So
And
it's like
what?
I like that song. I'm proud of it. I like the video. I edited the video myself and shit, and shot most of it myself. But it's just I was starting to pivot, so I wasn't trying to like promo it or go super hard with pushing it. You know what I'm saying? Because that wasn't my main focus.
All right. Would you say that he's like also a big influence on the way you podcast?
No, I would just say that song was more. I was just saying like now people want to hear me talk like I'm Joe Rogan since he's like one of the biggest podcasters still. But ever since COVID, I haven't listened to him as much because obviously like I'm more left leaning and he went super hard with the right wing kind of anti-COVID, anti-vaccine shit, and it just kind
Mm.
of lost my interest. I still respect him obviously as a creator, as his platform, but I don't really tune in that much anymore. So type
All
shit.
right. All right. You're on your own type shit.
Yeah, yeah. I'm just trying to carve my own lane. But definitely he was definitely an early influence in terms of like how he would just pod with anybody. He didn't have like just certain type of people, like only UFC fighters. He would have a scientist and a UFC fighter, then a rapper. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of shit I'm trying to
Yeah,
be
he
on
was
for
like
sure.
branching off to other type of things.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Not boxing himself in.
Yep. Yep. And a lot of rappers do be doing that, boxing themselves in. They feel like they're too cool to even make content. They just want to rap and shit. They don't even want to
Exactly.
go on podcasts no more and all that. There's a
Yeah,
few
that's
that
a
do
big
it.
thing. That's a big thing for sure.
There's a few that do it, but they feel like it discredits them from like,
Yeah, like it makes them corny or something, bro.
yeah.
And it's like
How do you
but
feel
people
about
care.
that?
people care either equally or even more about personality nowadays than the actual music. Like some of the hottest rappers right now, it's like, you know what I'm saying? It's like you got to have a personality and, you know what I'm saying, be good at music. You can't just be like all mysterious and pop off nowadays because nobody's going to care. You feel me? So it's like,
Yeah,
I think you have to make some type of content. You don't have to shake your ass on TikTok. You could make content however you want to make
you
it.
don't
So it's
gotta
like you don't
make
have
them
to be
OnlyFans,
corny.
huh?
Yeah, it's like, bro, like if you say, "Oh, I don't want to make content because it's corny," it's because you're corny. You know what I'm saying? You can make any type of content. You can make dope, cool content and like shoot it a certain way so it looks cinematic and it looks, you know what I'm saying, high quality. But if you just saying, "Oh, it's corny," that's a cop out because you lazy and you don't want to grind for real. That's really what it is.
Hey, yeah, most def. Like a bunch of artists. Like I seen this Rich the Kid interview he did with academics. He had like no personality at all, but he
Yeah,
raps good and shit.
I
So
remember that. I remember that interview for sure.
yeah, so a lot of these rappers don't have personalities too. So it's like that's the only thing that they could do is rap too. So
Exactly. Because then there's also like the opposite, like Lefty Gunplay. I've heard like three Lefty Gunplay songs in my life. I mean, I've heard more. I'm just exaggerating, but like we like him for his personality more than people like him for his music. More people
yeah,
have seen his
most def.
interviews than have listened to his album. You feel me? Type shit. So it's like that's the opposite.
Hey,
So
yeah, for sure.
but
Like,
I think the
but
most successful people are like ones who find a balance where it's like people love your personality and they love your music. Like look at like a Sexy Red. Like people like her persona and her music be doing
yeah,
good. You know what I'm saying?
what's it called? DG, what is his name? DGG.
Yeah, yeah, DDG, the streamer dude. Yeah, like he's
Yeah,
got the diehard streaming fan base, and then he could actually make solid music too. You feel me?
yep, yep.
Or Black Boy Max is like the new example. He's like super hot in both music and streaming now.
Yeah, and do you feel like streamers like that's the way now? Like, and that they're making way more money than rappers, or do you feel like it's the same? They both make the same amount of money.
No, I think probably on average streamers are making more because I feel like rap is really top heavy. Like the top rappers are making a bunch of money, but think of everybody else, they're not making that much. They're in fucked up deals. And with streamers, like you're more likely to maybe be independent or like once you get picked up by an agency, you're already making bread and making hundreds of thousands of dollars a month sometimes. You know what I'm saying? So I think I wouldn't say it's like the only wave, but it's definitely the current wave for sure. Like, but I think there's still people that are popping off just being a YouTuber. They never go live. They just drop YouTube videos. Mr. Beast is still popping. He don't go live really unless he's
Yeah,
with somebody
Mr.
else.
Beast is
So
on a whole another level and all.
yeah, yeah. I'm just saying, like, in terms of like, not everyone's streaming, and there's, you know what I'm saying? So don't feel like if that's not your thing and you don't want to be live for 3 to 6 to 12 hours, and then don't do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you're going to waste your time. Only do it if you are passionate and you really feel like you can bring that energy to the stream. Because if not, just focus on something else because you can't do other shit. It's not just streaming, even though it seems that way right now.
All right, and this is the real question: are the podcasters like cooler than the rappers now? Like, or are the
I seen
rappers
that
still doing their thing?
what's his name, Fivio Foreign was saying about the streamers like, oh, they think they hella cool, but like the rappers are still who want people want to be like. And I think it's starting to even out. I think like kids, if you ask most like kids that's 15 and under, even 17 and under, and say who's like kind of your idol, who you want to be with, majority are gonna say some streamer, not some rapper. I think
Or
now.
yeah, yeah,
Or
like
yeah.
the Gen X coming up and
Yeah,
shit. What is it?
exactly. Yeah, I got a nephew that's like 18 and he don't give a fuck about no rapper like that. I mean, he listens to rap, but it's not like he's trying to be like that. He
He's
wants
like
to be like
watching
some of
Kai
these
Cenat
streamers.
or something, Aiden
Exactly.
Ross.
Yeah, like, yeah, or whoever the fuck he's watching now. It's just like they're like when I was growing up, yeah, I wanted to be like 50 Cent or like Kobe. You know what I'm saying? Now kids want to be like Kai Cenat and Phantom and shit and Duke Dennis.
Hey, yeah, that's true
It's a
right there
different
for
time
sure.
for sure.
Your very first interview you did with a Nico called High Ones, episode one. How was that? And did you tell like your full life story on there, or was it more based off like the music and podcasting aspects of it?
I actually came up with that show idea, but I just couldn't find a good guest, so I just made myself the guest and had my homie interview me. So I actually like saying drew up that whole concept, hired the team to shoot it, all that shit, because I was trying to make it to where I was gonna be the host and then I was gonna flip sides, but I was gonna be like, listen, I did the gauntlet first just so I could show that it could be done. Now
Yeah.
the rappers and the podcasters who come on, now y'all gotta do it too, type shit.
So
So
you
that
pretty
was
much
like the
made like a
concept.
show of it.
Exactly. It's like, how Bo Jackman has the late night show. That was gonna be like my hot ones. You know what I'm saying? My late night show is gonna be high ones. The only issue was just that YouTube demonetizes you and age restricts you for a lot of weed shit. So it instantly got age restricted. It got like shadow banned, all that type of shit. You had to sign into YouTube to watch it, and low key killed the show. I do want to bring it back. I feel like once I get a base, then I'll like do like a Patreon exclusive, like with some big rappers or like what I'm saying, with Lush. I'll get Lush on high
Oh
ones and
shit.
have them do it. You know what I'm saying?
You gonna
So
get
that
Buzzball Lush on there?
Yes, exactly. I'm gonna get Lush on high ones, and I'll make it like exclusive so you could view it easier because YouTube be hating on the weed stuff.
Are you guys like close like that now since you're both on the same podcast?
I
Or
wouldn't
was it
say we're
like
like
did you have a
close, but
relationship before?
yeah, yeah, we was like just like I had met Lush once, maybe twice. But after that, it's just I fucked with him. He's lived in NorCal when he was younger, so we kind of have that connection. He understands kind of our culture and shit down here, or yeah, down here. No, it would be up here. My bad, from Southern California. But yeah, he just showed me a lot of love, and then the host competition, I could tell he was rooting for me. He gave me immunity in like 3 different rounds, so that was him choosing so that I couldn't be eliminated. So
Mm.
Lush is just like I feel like he's just a genuine dude. I've always kept it real with him. I've done like little thumbnail and graphic work. I'm doing this Lush documentary right now. I'm almost done with. I'll be done with it this weekend actually. So I've just been locked in with bro. He's been real. I've been real to him, and that's just kind of how all my relationships is, bro. I'm just a solid individual, and I fuck with him.
Yeah, most definitely. When you did come to the news, like I seen the video, like you were traveling like far to come over there. You had to like wake up
Yeah,
at 6 a.m. type shit. So is
yeah.
this before you moved, or are you still in the same spot?
No, I'm still in the same spot. I'm definitely like planning on moving down to Southern California, but I also got to make sure it makes sense. So I'm trying to just get my content up, keep working, keep grinding. I'm saving up bread, and then I'm gonna get my subs and all that up, and then hopefully move down there, continue to work with No Jumper, and just kind of build my base and type shit. But yeah, I stay in Sacramento. That's about 6 hours from LA. So I got home on Sunday. On Tuesday they hit me. So I was only home for like Monday. Tuesday they hit me, said, "Do you want to come back to the news on Wednesday?" I was kind of broke because I was about to get paid on like Wednesday night. So I didn't have no bread. I had already spent my money getting down there on the
Yeah.
weekend, spent it on the room, spent it on the whip, you know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah,
Gas.
yeah.
So I'm like, but I can't pass it up. I can't tell Josh, nah, I can't make it. So, you know what I'm saying? He hits me. I go, yeah, I could do it. And then I just figured it out. I swiped a lot of my credit cards, you know what I'm saying? Had a max one of them bitches out, but I made it down, made it to the news. I left at 4 a.m., got to LA about 10 a.m., went to the hotel bathroom, got dressed, and then by 12, it was time to pod. You feel me?
Damn, yeah. So you were really dedicated to this shit.
On God, yeah. And then as soon as it ended, it took about 2.5 hours to pod on the news. I got in my car and I drove back to Sat,
Oh shit. So you were just like
in
six
and
hours
out.
back, 6 hours, yeah, forward.
That was some of the
Yeah, that's
craziest
crazy.
shit, bro. I was trying so hard not to fall asleep on the way home. I was yelling to myself. I was like, ah, ah. I'm like, wake up, bro. I'm like, we almost there, bro. Quit
Oh,
fucking sleeping. I was
hey,
struggling.
nah, I'm already knowing. Almost falling asleep and shit on the wheel.
Yes, on God, but it was worth it, man. I made my impact, and I'm glad I went, bro. You got to risk it for the biscuit sometimes. You can't be playing it safe.
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah. Hey, all right. When are you planning to move to LA? Is it like to like establish like a full like spot on No Jumper, or you're already like established there? You're just like waiting.
I would say I definitely established my connection. Like I'll definitely be like a reoccurring, at least news appearance, and but then also I know they're trying to work on some shit Possibly try out a pod in the future, but also, can you still see me or not?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay, okay, bet. Yeah, or possibly like try out a new pod, but for right now, I'm gonna just keep trying to, keep my relationship good. I actually got a video, I'm saying, coming out about Adam and his lawsuit that he just faced, and
Or you got
so
some insights
yeah,
on there?
yes, I don't got insights. I just found the Unicourt documents online. Knowing Yuri's last name and Adam's last name, I just searched their names together,
Oh,
and
I
it
think your
pops
shit
up.
went
So
black again.
okay, okay, hold up, hold up.
All right, for sure, for sure. All right, what you guys saying here? Oh, they shouting out moose in here. Yup, you already know. Biggest fish. Yup. Shout out, shout out. Already know the deal. If y'all haven't seen, like I said, check out the young Aunt Hefe interview before he got onto No Jumper. It's on my YouTube. Shit's fire. Yeah, y'all tap into that one though for sure.
Yeah, my bad, bro. What was we just saying?
We were talking about the No Jumper. Like,
Oh
what
yeah,
was it?
yeah, yeah. I was saying I'm about to do this lawsuit video, Adam 22 versus Yuri lawsuit video. I think that'll be a banger, and then the Lush One doc. That's gonna be my two videos that are gonna be coming out soon. But in terms of moving down to LA, I'm just trying to get my subs up to where I'm not just moving down there just on a whim, just on like hoping, and that I'm more like, I'm saying, a force to be reckoned with, and I could be like, I'm saying, be tapped in with a bunch of people when I do move down there.
How do you feel about like all this controversy that does happen at No Jumper? Do you want to stay away from all that, or you said that you
Yeah,
like you don't really care? You want to have these debates and all. So
yeah, yeah, I'm sure it's inevitable. I'm not like seeking out that type of stuff. I'm not like clout chasing or nothing. But yeah, I don't stray away. I don't mind having difficult conversations. I don't mind debating with people. I don't mind having heated conversations. I'm not going to tuck my tail. I'm not trying to fight nobody, you know what I'm saying? But also, it's like I'm there to state my opinion, and I'm usually very well researched, and I'm going to have some shit to back it up. So you better have something to back it up too, you know what I'm saying? Or I'm going to make you look
yeah,
silly
hey, yep, you ready coming with that shit for sure. Huh?
for sure.
And a lot of the two songs that I listened to, well, I listened to a couple more, but in those two songs that I really listened to, you were talking about a lot of drug use in like those songs. Like, what was that about? Like, was this like a certain time you were going through where you were just doing a lot of drugs and everything?
Yeah, I would say from the time we started hopping on tour, I mean, I was doing drugs in high school for sure. I was popping Zans. I was, you know what I'm saying, popping pain pills, was sipping syrup. We was definitely turned up, you know what I'm saying, I was probably from the time I was a freshman in high school, like, you know what I'm saying, when I jumped off the porch type shit, we was because the high school that I went to was I went to kind of parents kind of sent me off to go to high school in the suburbs. So I'll drive from the hood every day and go to the suburbs to go to high school so I could play football there because they had a good football team. But the
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
about the suburbs and a lot of white kids when they wealthy is they be off the drugs, bro. They be in
The
their parents.
mollies, them
Yeah,
ecstasies, all that.
they be
Huh?
off, and then they be raiding the parents' pill cabinets. They got the Zans, they got the perks, they got, you know what I'm
Uh,
saying? So it's like the white boys I was fucking with did way more drugs than my homies from the hood ever did. We was smoking weed and maybe drinking a little bit. These
they
fools
had like
was,
bottles of that shit,
yeah,
huh?
they snorting shit, they popping shit, you know what I'm saying? They was turned up for real. So I never did no cocaine or nothing, but pretty much all the other shit, the downers, not no hard, super hard drugs. I never stuck no needle in my arm, but
Yeah,
pills and sipping syrup. I was definitely into that shit up until probably 2018 ish. Once fentanyl started coming around, I said, I'm cool, bro. I'm not trying to
that shit
die off that
scared you.
shit. Yeah, it scared me. I seen folks that I knew die. I seen a rapper I knew die. I seen all these rappers that are famous die. So like I said, my whole goal was always stay out of jail and don't die. And getting high is not worth my life. So it's just I just chose to stop doing that shit. Now I just smoke weed pretty much. I sip lean on my birthday every year usually as like my little gift to
Oh yeah,
myself. So
a little
that's it. It's like the
celebration.
yeah, once a year I pop a script, but that's it.
And plus, the fucking prices on that shit is fucking high.
Exactly. Yeah. It breaks my pocket. It costs about as much as my fucking fancy dinner on my birthday. I gotta pay for that
For real.
motherfucking pint.
So you gotta like even save up just to get you a
Oh
fucking
God.
bottle.
Yes, we factoring in the syrup for sure on the B-Day plans.
Hey, yeah, that's turn right there for sure.
But yeah,
Now
yeah, I
I'll
definitely
pop
chilled
like a
out.
little.
I'm definitely living a very much healthier lifestyle nowadays. I jog. I just ran 5 miles this morning. I eat pretty healthy. I used to be 320 pounds a couple years ago. I'm about 250 this morning. So what is that? 80 pounds I've lost since then. So I'm definitely been on my health journey, trying to, like I said, stay alive,
Hitting the
bro. Live
gym.
long. Yep. Yep. I
Hey,
got a gym in my garage with a weight bench and you know what I'm saying? I could do squats, pull-ups, all that shit. So I'll
do
be
you
in
have
here
your
working.
own? Do you have your own podcast set up like at your pad or and everything?
Yeah, right now it's a little janky, but I can show you shit. I got a look, I got my desk. It's a little dirty right now, but I got my mic arm here. I got a mic arm here, you know what I'm
All right,
saying?
all right.
You know what I'm saying? I got my monitor. I got a couple laptops here, you know what I'm saying? So I definitely got it all set up. I just been building a PC, so I've been kind of slacking and just doing shit on my phone until the PC's done, and then I'm going to switch everything to that. I just hate using the laptops. They be going slow and dying on me sometimes and shit. I just can't stand that shit.
Are you planning to like start your own like podcast?
Yeah, yeah. Like if you on YouTube, if you look up like the mooseman homieverse, I had a podcast called the homieverse podcast. We used to do cool views, like anywhere from like I don't know 500 to 1,500 views a episode. So it wasn't super big, but we was definitely doing cool. It's just like I could tell you is about your shit. You always trying to get a new interview. Like if you had a partner that you needed to do interviews with and they was just kind of lagging and they didn't have the same dream as you, it would be kind of hard. So that's just like what ended up happening. My homies don't want to be potters as much as I do, and I understand that. I can't force them to have the same dream as me. So that's why that's why I pivoted into more like personal stream and personal podcasts, and then I go on other people's shit and shit like that. Because
Yeah,
it's just
yeah.
hard to get a group of homies that's committed to doing that shit every week.
Oh yeah, cause they just want to like party or some type shit, huh?
Yeah, or go hang out with a bitch or do whatever. And it's like, bro, I'll cancel on the bitch to podcast. If the
Oh,
homie
for real.
won't, then I can't have him. You know what I'm saying?
Cause
You know,
just meet up with the bitch another time.
yeah, after, bro. Tell her you got a pod a couple of hours and then get up out of here.
Yeah, she could wait, man.
Oh God.
Um, on that track though, the Joe Rogan, was there a certain message that you wanted to the listeners to get out of it, or you were just like fucking around on that?
I think it was just more just like popping my shit. Like I always felt like just like I feel like I have a lot to offer. I feel like I was making good music. I feel like I built a good little fan base, but I felt like I didn't get the love that I deserved. And that was kind of me like, okay, now people want to hear what I got to say. You know what I'm saying? I've been popping this shit for a long time, but now they finally starting to notice. That was kind of like the point of that track. Like now they want to hear me talk. You know what I'm saying? I've been popping it like this. You feel me? So
Yeah,
that was kind of like my goal for that.
yeah, that's true. You just wanted to let it out and shit.
On God, yeah. Get my shit off.
Um, have you ever thought about dropping a full album, or you're just done with music at this point?
Yeah, I mean, I might do shit just for like, cause like you know what I'm saying, in the content game, any type of content is good as long as it's
Yeah,
like good, high quality content. You don't have to do the same type of content. So maybe if I'm get tired of doing pods for a minute, I'll start making music and dropping some videos and use that as like my content for the week or for the month or whatever, and just kind of but for right now, I'm definitely like in love with the podcast and YouTube side of things right now. And I did music just for so long, so it's just like I don't mind taking a little break. You feel me?
or just hopping on that. What is that shit they have at No Jumper?
Yeah,
That
like
one
the
mic,
cipher. Yeah,
the
I would hop
cipher.
on the cipher for sure. I'll gas on that motherfucker.
Look, get
Lush
Adam
is already trying to
22
get me
on
on the
there.
next one, so I'm gonna get on it. So,
Get
yeah, for
Adam
sure.
22. Get fucking at
Yeah,
Hefe. Oh shit,
yeah.
that shit would go
Yeah,
hard.
they got one right now. I heard it. So I'm not gonna say who sent it to me, but one of the homies from No Jumper sent it to me. It's got Hefe, Ralphie, Adam 22, Lush, and I think somebody else. So it got
Hey, I'm
hella people
already
on it.
knowing that shit's gonna be a banger.
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard
But
for sure. There's a
I
couple
don't
of
know about
surprises,
Lush
people
though.
that
But
gassed.
I don't know about Lush though. I heard that one tape where they were all freestyling and shit. and they were just gassing
Yo,
after.
they did my boy dirty, but I'm doing this motherfucking Lush documentary. I've watched so much Lush footage. He used to be gassing. I would put my fucking rap career on that. That
Oh,
my boy
really?
used to rap his ass off, I swear, and everybody would be like, hey, like going crazy. So he just was old and a little insecure in his bars that day and just didn't say with enough confidence. So that was a crazy viral look, but I've seen the real Lush when he was in his prime, and he was popping it, bro. He could rap his ass off. I won't cap. So he gonna redeem himself.
Oh, all right, all right. So he was just like not in his like right mind, huh?
Yeah, he wasn't in the right element. The vibes was not good. The cards was stacked against him, and it definitely played out bad for sure.
Yeah, that shit did go viral though.
Bro, it goes viral. Like I see random pages posting, and it has like 100,000 likes. Like it's not even no jumper no more. It's just like part of the internet.
Uh, hey, he got to redeem himself for sure on that
For
cipher.
sure.
All right, and do you have like any like future podcasts like you're like planning to go on? Maybe like Hater World or Foods Community, or are you just trying to stay on a no jumper for now?
No, no, I definitely want to tap in with pretty much all the Mexican podcasts that I can. Food Community posted me. They posted that N-word take, and it's up to like 85,000 views. That's like the most views I've done on damn near anything. So shout out to the Food Community, you feel me?
Yep,
Because
shout out
they
to them.
yeah, because they didn't just post my shit. They collabed with me, so people saw that I was the one that was talking in the video and all that shit. So I feel like if anything, I'll be on Food Community soon, before Hater World. But I do watch all they shit. I watch I watch so many pods, bro. I'm really entrenched in this shit. So I'm tuned into Blue Devil. I'm tuned into Rich Homie Juan and Compa Raider and the other homie and shit. So I fuck with all of them. I'm definitely trying to get on all the Mexican pods
Yeah,
and
I fuck
kind of
with the Raw
elevate
Fit
that space.
podcast too. You already
Yeah,
know.
just like how I'm trying to elevate Mexican rap, I want to elevate Mexican pods. So, you know what I'm saying? Hater World and Food Community is as big as No Jumper. There's no reason why we can't be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I would definitely want to see you like on a Hater World podcast, like talking your shit for sure.
No, for sure. Because I feel like they're more like in the gang world, the street. I grew up like in the hood, but I'm not like that's not really my identity. You know what I'm saying? I like to like feel like I'm well spoken. I don't need to act like super hard. I'm not saying they act that way. I'm just saying that I feel like we could have a good dynamic, kind of like the yin and yang. Like they got the street perspective, and I could give kind of like the, you know what I'm saying,
Your own.
political kind of perspective type shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Make a change
yeah.
in the world perspective. You feel me? Type shit.
Most Def brings something different to the table.
Exactly. Because a lot of the people that they bring on are kind of like them and in that same vein, that same vibe of hood shit, which I'm sure their audience likes, but I think I definitely could bring a different vibe and we could even maybe disagree on some things and chop it up about it.
Mm. All right. And growing up, have you ever got into any like criminal activity, like something like big that ended up getting you locked up? I know you said you had lawyers to get you out of that shit, like
No,
quick.
it was mostly just getting pulled over and like weed used to be illegal when I first started driving. So fools would smell weed and you getting yanked out the car, motherfuckers slamming you on the car, they searching your trunk, they searching everywhere. So like it was mostly bullshit like that. On tour, we was always getting pulled over and fools was finding shit, but uh none of the yeah, some of the homies went to jail for sure, but I just, you know what I'm saying, I never got caught with enough to go to jail or nothing. So it was just always a
Yeah,
little petty bullshit.
trying to. You were like pretty much low key out of the whole group.
Yeah, yeah, cause I remember we got pulled over in Wyoming. Shout out to my homie Jay. He owns a print shop out here and does like all my merch and shit that I be doing. So shout out to him. But he was on tour with us, and we got pulled over right before Colorado. We was going to perform in Denver, the first stop of the show on that Suicide Boys tour,
All
and we
right.
got pulled over in Wyoming because the homie was speeding, and I had like 10 Zans, like some Adderall, and it was stuffed in my sock. So I'm sick, bro. I'm sitting in the back seat, sick. Like I'm finna go to this Wyoming jail,
And
bro. It's
they
finna
can't
be
even hit you with
bad.
personal like use because you had so much on you, huh?
Yeah, I had a lot, and they were in like separate baggies and shit. So I was like, they
Yeah.
finna hit me with distribution. Also, I'm sick. So they start asking us, but then I remember I had like one little tiny nug of weed and like one of them pill capsules. I had tucked it under the seat. So they're like, we smell weed. Like, where's the weed? Blah, blah, blah. And we had smoked all of it, but that little nug, you know what I'm saying? We're going to pick up in Denver because it was legal there. So I'm like, shit, if I give him like the little decoy, tell him about the weed nug, I'll take the ticket and they probably won't search me. That's exactly what happened, bro. I tell him, hey, I stuffed some weed. It's under the seat. You got to reach and grab it under the seat. You're going to find it. They said that. I go, yeah, that's mine. So they make me step out the car. They search the rest of the car, but they pat all my other homies down because they looking for weed on them. They
Yeah.
think they already found my drugs, but I had a bunch of drugs in my sock that they
Oh
didn't
shit.
find, bro.
They
And
didn't
they
even
let
find
me,
it.
yeah, they put me back in the car. They didn't find nothing else. They let us go and just gave my homie the speeding ticket and gave me a ticket for weed, which I never paid because fuck Wyoming. Why would I do that? But I had a bunch of pills in my sock and I got away with it, bro. And we took them bitches on tour.
Did some slick shit, huh?
Yes, and I was talking to the cops because I had a mullet. I'm like, yeah, bro, I see a lot of people out here with mullets. They're like, yeah, we play hockey, so like a lot of people got mullets. I was like, I've been telling my homie to get a mullet, and he had dreads, and he black. So that the two white cops start busting up laughing. I got them laughing. I'm like, what y'all do out here? They're like, we go hunting. I'm like, okay. So I was chopping it up, playing it cool. I was nervous as fuck, but I was trying to play it cool, and they let me go. Didn't pat me down or nothing.
Hey, look, certain appearances work, right?
On God, yeah. If I was black, I would have got searched and thrown in jail. I'll just say that much. They definitely was fucking with me more than the black homies was because I was
Yeah,
Mexican.
especially over there. You said in
Yes,
Wyoming.
yeah.
Yeah.
There's no black people over there, bro. I looked it up. It's like 0.03% black people in Wyoming or
Oh
some
yeah, I'm
crazy
alright.
shit.
So they already
It's
like
crazy.
big targets to them for sure.
Yes.
Yeah. Shit. Yeah, that's crazy right there. All right, and have you ever like going to school? How would you say your grades were? Like, did you ever attend college after high school, or was that it for you?
No, my grades always sucked. I was really good at football. My high school at one point for a minute we was like the number 8 school in the nation at football. So we was cold, but my grades was never good. So college was would come and see me. They'll check at me out. They fuck with me, and they'll say, "Man, you got these grades. We can't fuck with you, my boy. Like you can't even get into our school." Type shit. So that was always my problem. I just didn't have good grades. After high school, I was gonna play uh, football at like a community college and shit. But I was already a big dude. I was probably around 300 pounds, and they was trying to make me gain more weight to play football for them. And I
Trying to
was
make
just
you
like,
obese, huh?
yeah, like 340 pounds they was trying to get me to,
Diabetes type
bro.
shit, huh?
Big
You
as
weren't trying to
hell,
get that,
yes.
huh?
No, I was like, I'm trying to lose weight at this point in my life. So I said, I'm done with football. I actually ended up playing rugby for like a year and a half in college. So I played rugby at Sac City over here in Sacramento. And then I hurt my shoulder doing that. Just was going to school just as a regular person for a little bit. Then the homie gave me that call, said Suicide Boys called. It's time to go. And
Oh
you know what
shit!
I'm saying? It was around that same time. Quit job, dropped out of school, got it cracking.
And this was in high school, right?
No, no, that was college. So I was like 19 when the homie called me. I turned 20, and then like maybe a month later, we went on that tour.
All right. And did anyone know like you were making music before you like went on tour with the Suicide Boys?
Yeah, yeah, we were a part of a group called PFM. It was like, you know what I'm saying? We rode fixie bikes. So that was like our shit. So we was like, you know what I'm saying? The homies that would ride fixie bikes and just mob around town type shit.
On some BMX type?
So yeah, like fixie bikes is like the track bike, so it's only got one gear. You got to keep pedaling, and then you can like lock them out and skid and shit. And they're like got the big skinny wheels.
Oh
It's
yeah,
like
yeah,
them
yeah.
them type of
With
shits.
them like
Yes,
handles that are like turned around and
exactly.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And then some of them got like the 3 prong rims and shit like that,
yeah, I
like
know what you're
the
talking
type.
about.
Yeah, all that shit. We was on all that, so
Those
we
shits are
was making
fast as fuck.
music. Yeah, that we was mobbing all around Sacramento. So that was like I was a part of a rap group just in high school. We got a buzz just like around our neighborhood and shit, and started getting more listeners and fans. And then we started throwing our own shows, that little like fucking like boys and girls club type shit. We was renting out and throwing shows, and people would show up. So we got buzzed through that, which we carried on, which the homie carried on to do shows in Southern California when he moved out there, which got us the momentum to get on tour with them. but I was
Mm,
doing my own thing still in Sac and dropping tapes
that's right.
and selling merch and doing that whole thing for sure.
Yeah, you were on the grind before
Yeah, we was grinding for sure. We was
you
young
hit
and
the
we was just trying
Suicide
to make
Boys.
it for sure.
That's right. That's right. Okay. And once you did like hit like the stage with the Suicide Boys, do you feel like that was life changing too?
Yeah, for sure. It was definitely like just gave me a different level of confidence. It just kind of made me feel because it was like motherfuckers had no idea who I was. I was just like the side character to the side character, and they was asking me to autograph they shit. I had bitches asking me to sign their titties. Like it was crazy, bro. It was like they was
On
like
some rock
that's
star shit, huh?
yes. I was selling my CDs, just shit I burned like before I left, and they buying them for $10, $20 and asking me to sign the CD. So it's like it was making me feel like I was famous and I hadn't done shit. You feel me? So it definitely is like I went from like 800 followers the end of the tour. I had about 5,000 followers. You know what I'm saying? So it was definitely the most life changing like single event that got me the most amount of clout at one time, other than like this no jumper shit now, pretty much.
Mm, all right. Yeah, yeah, that's dope right there for sure. You also got your own merch. But let's talk about that. You dropped a shirt called "Not No More" T-shirt.
Yeah,
What
yeah.
made you want to drop that?
Yeah, so there's a on my YouTube, I think it's still up. I got a music video called Not No Mo, and that's like a song that went kind of viral. A lot of people like not viral in terms of millions of views, but like I got it into the No Jumper universe where like Potlord was slapping it and Yuri was listening to it on stream.
Yeah,
It's pretty much I used to be broke, but not no mo. That's like the hook. And then I don't know if you know, like Quoted LA, they do like the black t-shirts with the white writing hella big on the front and shit. And
yeah,
it's like
yeah,
always a different saying. But that fool hit me and was like, yo, we should collab. And so he started making those shirts for me, and then we were just like splitting the profits. But those were like pretty popular. I got one in my fucking in my closet. Let me go grab it.
yeah, yeah, for sure.
Yeah, so this is the shirt right here. You know what I'm
Oh
saying? I
yeah,
used to
yeah.
be broke.
That's the one I was fucking with.
Flip it around on the back, but not no more. You know what I'm saying? So I always been into like graphic design and like t-shirt design and all that type of shit. So like the group that I was in, WSSG, that we went on tour with like D Savage and Babytron and them. I designed all our merch. You know what I'm saying? All the shit we make, all the shit we drop, the truckers, any logos. I make that on my phone. You know what I'm saying? And design all that for us. So I
Uh,
definitely am creative in that way for sure.
that's funny. You trying to be on your Kanye West shit too?
Oh God, bro! I just got so many interests. I just like it's just I like to feel what is it fulfilled. So like things that I like to do and creative and just I enjoy doing them. The more of those things that I can do, I feel more fulfilled and more confident and more like ready. You know what I'm saying, to take on the world type shit.
Yeah, you got to be a jack of all trades too, for sure. Coming
Yeah.
to the game,
Exactly. Just especially with us trying to come up in the content game. Like, I don't got money to pay an editor. I don't got money to pay a thumbnail man. I got to do this shit on my own because I'm gonna be broke trying to do that. You know what I'm saying? I got to learn to do it myself.
got to figure it out.
On God, yeah.
Yeah, most def. Um, is there any like message or like you would give to the youth like coming up that want to do the same thing as you, podcast or even music? Like, what would you say to them?
Yeah, I would just say to start dropping content and be consistent. Don't be scared to drop your shit, even if you think it's not like up to par or like perfect, perfectly engineered, perfectly mixed, perfectly edited video. You know what I'm saying? If you just start dropping, you're gonna get better. It's like practice. You know what I'm saying? Dropping content is like you going to sports practice, going to football practice.
Yeah,
Every day that you do it, you get better, bro. So you got to keep doing it, and you can't just be scared to drop shit and have 100 drafts. I see motherfuckers like that. I got homies with 100 songs on their laptop. They never dropped one. It's
scared to
like
drop
nobody.
it.
Yeah, nobody's ever gonna notice you. Nobody cares about you enough to go in your laptop and be like, "You're dope. I'm gonna sign you to this label." Nobody will ever fuck with you if you don't drop and put yourself out there, bro. That's the only way to make it. Is be consistent. Try to be aware of how you could always make your content better and just keep evolving and getting better. And the only way you could do that is by continuing to make content all the time, thinking about this shit all the time. So if this is your dream, don't tell me something's your dream and you don't do the shit every day and you don't try to get better at the shit every day because it's not your dream, bro. You just talking. You know what I'm saying? So if you say something's your life goal and your dream, then act like it, bro, and do that shit every day and try to get better.
Can't just talk to talk. Gotta walk the walk too.
Yeah. I hate that shit with motherfuckers that are rappers or whatever and they don't drop music videos, they don't drop content, and they're like, my dream is to be a famous artist. No, the fuck it's not. Because if it was, you would be doing something to pursue the dream. You just wanna tell motherfuckers that so they think you have aspirations and goals, but that don't mean shit if you never pursue them for real, bro.
Look, y'all hearing that from mooseman? He's dropping gems right now for sure.
Straight up, bro. That's all I can
Y'all
say,
tap
man.
into him too. You got any like new podcasts coming up or music that you're gonna drop?
I'm supposed to be going and fucking with that boy Trevor Potter soon. He was No Jumper's old cameraman. Now he works for Empire in the Bay, the label. He does a lot of pods. He just did with one with Rio, the young OG. He's done a bunch of big interviews lately, but we supposed to pod together. We both Sacramento boys. He said if I did my thing at the No Jumper host competition, he'd have me on. I think top five is doing my thing, so he said it's good and we're gonna line something up. So that's gonna be probably the next big one that I'm gonna be on for sure.
Hey, that's fire right there for sure. You already know. Hey, we got mooseman on here. It was dope having you on here for sure. We definitely gonna have
Nah,
to come
anytime,
back.
bro. I'd love to do this again if you want to just chop it up and we could like do some type of little like topics or just chop it up and do something like that too,
Oh
bro.
yeah, for
I
sure,
fuck,
for sure.
yeah.
I'll probably
I
get you on
fuck
my
with you.
pod
I
and
fuck with
everything.
your content. I was watching your Young Aunt Hefe interview and a couple others. So I believe in you, bro. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with you. Keep going. And I'm gonna be rooting for you, bro. And you know what I'm saying? Tapping in with your shit for sure.
You already know. Y'all keep it 100. This was the Rap Wars podcast, and we out of here. Peace out,
Yes,
G.
sir. Peace out, G. Thank you.
Yeah, most depth. All right, y'all tap in for the next one. You already know. I got a couple other like interviews that's gonna be wild and shit. All right, we out of here though. Rap Wars.